Can everybody hear me? All right over there? Okay, that's good. I think this morning we actually could do with the microphone and the speaker. It'll drown out everything else. So welcome once again. Lovely morning. As you can see, we could nearly have been outside, but the grass is actually quite wet. So we'll make use of this for this morning. Just to let you know before we begin, in case anybody's running off, this is the last outdoor yoga class for this year. So I'm going to be starting back in the Carrigaline Court Hotel from the first week in October. Now, I'll send you all a message with the details. It's going to be 10:30 Mondays and Wednesdays. So you have the choice to come, you know, if you work, and maybe you can come Monday one week and Wednesday another week. It'll be very flexible anyway. I know more people want to come on the Wednesday. So once I text you, I'll be sending the text to everybody next week. You might come back and just let me know what suits you, and I'll try and organise it. Now, it's a big space, as you know, so we should be fine. So this morning, I'm going to get you to just lie down on your mats with your knees bent. And this morning, I'm going to be focusing on your Manipura chakra, which is the solar plexus, and it's to do with balance, self-esteem, just feeling comfortable with your place in the world. So the colour associated with this is a golden yellow. So with your breath now, exhale through your nose and imagine a ball of golden yellow light moving up from your solar plexus, up through the rib cage into the chest, filling your chest with this golden light. And then you can fully exhale right down to the base of the abdomen. And once again, inhale deeply. Feel that golden light moving up through your body, all the way up to your chest. And slowly exhale. So just use the breath now to bring yourself into the present moment, to be with your practice. Just tuning out from everything else that's going on around you or going on in your life. So take a few more deep breaths in your own time. Finishing the next exhale, begin to open your eyes. So we're going to begin to move the body. So if you don't already have your knees bent, please bend your knees. Take your feet hip distance apart and bring your hands down by your side. And as you inhale, arch your back. So keep your hips and your shoulders on the ground, just arching the back. And as you exhale, flatten your back. And again, inhale as you arch your back. Exhale as you flatten. And when you flatten, just gently draw the navel in, bring your awareness to that area. And once again, inhale and arch your back. Exhale and flatten. Inhale, arch your back. Exhale and flatten. And again, just draw that navel in, feel the lower back flattening into your mat. And release. So this time we're going to just lift the hips, but it's not a bridge pose, it's just a couple of inches. So pressing into your feet, lift your hips. And then slowly lower the hips. And again, press strongly into the feet, lift and lower. And again, press into the feet to lift and lower. And lift and lower. So from here, hug your knees into you and just rock from side to side. Place your feet back on the mat with the knees bent. Hug the right knee into you and straighten out your left leg. Lift your forehead towards your right knee and then see about lifting the left foot maybe an inch, just an inch off the ground. Hold it as you breathe. Lower the left foot, stretch the right leg out and hug the left knee in. You can lower your head for a moment and then lift the head again towards the left knee, lifting the right foot an inch off the ground. If that's too much, just keep that foot on the floor. Breathe through it. And then slowly lower the head, lower the foot, hug the knees into you one more time and roll over onto your right side. So come all the way onto your right side with your knees bent and bring your arms out in front. So the arms are out in front of you at chest level. Keep your head relaxed. And now as you inhale, take the left arm up and bring it over to your left. Let your head follow, coming into a twist. And then bring the left hand back on top of the right. So move nice and slowly through this. Once again, inhale, take the left hand up and over. And exhale, bring the hand back down. We'll do 2 more on this side. Inhale, take the left hand up and over. Very gentle with the neck now as you follow with the gaze. Bring the left hand back down. And one more time. Inhale, left hand up and over. Make sure your knees now are bent up towards your chest so that there's no pressure on the back. And then bring the left hand over on top of the right. Roll back over onto your back and we'll do the other side. So on your left side, knees bent. So it's important that you keep the knees bent to protect your back. And then slowly inhale as you take the right hand all the way over to the right. Slowly let the head follow. So there's no rush. And if you don't come all the way over, that's okay too. And then bring the right hand back on top of the left. Inhale, right hand all the way over. Exhale, right hand back on top. And we'll do 2 more. Inhale, open up the chest, feel the lower back release. And then slowly bring the right hand back to the left. And one more time, inhale, open up the right arm, open the chest. And bring it back on top. And then in your own time, very slowly, push yourself up onto your hands and knees. So we're going to come on to all fours, hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And then just stretching back with the hips towards the heels. And coming forward and just bring the shoulders beyond the hands. And again, stretch back just as much as you can. And come forward. And come back with the shoulders over the wrists and the hips over the knees. So now we're going to turn the hands out to the side and just gently start to move your body from side to side. Take the hands forward one more time and then start to make circles. So nice big circles all the way around. And change the direction. Come back to the center. From here, curl your toes under. Lift yourself up into downward facing dog. Stepping your feet in a little bit and maybe taking a slightly wider stance. Begin to lift up and down off your toes. Or you can just bend and straighten alternate knees. Keep it nice and relaxed. Maybe slightly soften the elbows and spread the fingers. Now take your right leg forward and drop onto your left knee. So come into a low lunge. So the right foot is forward. Take your time to wriggle it forward until it's between the hands. And then you can curl the back foot under and just sit your hips back towards the heel as you lift the right foot. So you get a nice stretch all the way up the back of the right leg. And come forward and let yourself come low into the lunge now as you come forward. So let the knee come forward. And once again, come back, hips back towards the left heel, lifting the right foot. And come forward. And come back so that the knee is over the ankle and you can flatten the back foot. Now bring the right hand inside the right foot. So both hands are on the mat inside our fingertips. Walk your right foot out a little to the right, out towards the edge of your mat. Now you can stay here or you can come onto the outer edge of that right foot and maybe you're coming down onto the forearms if you're very open in the hips. But just here is perfectly fine. If this is where you are today, that's okay. Don't force it. And then slowly flatten the foot if you've lifted it. Come back up. Curl your left foot under and step yourself back into downward facing dog. Again, just walk the legs out. This time we'll step the left foot forward, come onto the right knee. You know the drill now. So we're on the right knee, curl the back foot under, and then sit back, sit your hips back towards the right heel, lift the left foot. And come forward and let your knee come slightly forward at the ankle. And back again. And forward. And back to stack the knee over the ankle. Walk the left foot out to the edge of your mat, left hand inside the left foot. Flatten the back foot. So once again, you have the choice to stay here, roll onto the outer edge of the left foot, or possibly come all the way down onto the forearms. So again, you want to get into that hip, but you don't want to overdo it, particularly if you haven't been at yoga for a few weeks. So listen to your body as always. Slowly come up, flatten the foot, curl the back foot under, and we'll step back into downward facing dog. Bend your knees and walk your feet forward. Hands to the hips, come up with bent knees all the way to standing. Okay. So come to stand on your mat with your feet nice and wide apart. Hands on your hips. Drop your right ear towards your right shoulder. So just let the weight of the head come down. Slowly lift back up and go to the left. So again, the weight of the head just dropping towards the shoulder, no forcing. Slowly come up. And then gently turn your head to look over your right shoulder. So just going as far as you can. Again, use the breath. Inhale. Exhale. See if you can turn just a little more. Inhale back to the center. Exhale as you turn to the left. Inhale, exhale. Maybe you can get a little bit more movement. And slowly come back to the front. Inhale, both arms up. Interlace your fingers. Now I want you to really focus on your bandhas this time. So make the legs strong. Spread the toes and press into your mat. Then lift up on your kneecaps and thigh muscles. Engage your bandhas, Mula Bandha and Uddiyana Bandha. So really lengthen up, but try not to have the shoulders coming up towards the ears. So that's one thing we want to move down, but just everything else moving in and up. Feel really tall and strong here. And slowly release the arms down and just give your shoulders a little workout, rolling slowly. And reverse it. And just shake the hands out, give the feet a little shake. And we're ready to start our sun salutations. So it's actually a gorgeous morning. It's really warm out there, isn't it? So we'll definitely salute the sun today and hope it'll stay around for a little while. So come to the top of your mats, spread your toes, press down into the feet. And again, we'll lift those kneecaps, lift the thigh muscles, engage the Mula Bandha and the Uddiyana Bandha. Hands to heart center. Begin your Ujjayi breath. As you open your eyes, hands down by your side. Inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale as you fold, bend knees if you need to. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat as we step to plank. Dropping to the knees, to the chest, to the chin. Come all the way down. Forehead on the mat. Now bring your arms a little bit wider for cactus arms. Press into the feet, lift the head, lift the chest. So just a nice gentle back bend. Lowering down, hands under the shoulders, push back up onto hands and knees. Curl your toes under, downward facing dog. So placing the feet now about hip distance with the big toes just very slightly rotating in. Spread your fingers. Try not to hang out in the wrist now, so press the weight slightly forward again into the knuckles and then release your head and neck. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward, step your right and your left foot up. Flat back, look out. Exhale to fold. Inhale, sweep your arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. And again, inhale, take the palms out, reach up. Exhale to fold. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, we'll step to plank. Dropping to the knees, chest, chin, or your chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, roll over the toes to a downward dog. So as you come into your downward dog, awareness back to the breath and awareness to the navel area as you gently draw the navel in. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward, step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale as you fold. Inhale, sweep the arms out and up. And exhaling back into Tadasana. Back to the top of the mats, finding Tadasana. Bend your knees, sweep your fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. Exhale as you fold. Hands to the mat. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, we'll step to plank. Dropping, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Roll over the toes to downward dog. Right leg back. Knee in. Right foot forward. Flatten the left foot, turn the heel in and come up. Inhale, arms up. Warrior one. Exhale, arms into cactus arms. So lift the chest, open the chest. Exhale, hands to the mat. Stepping to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra, upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg back. Knee in. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in. Inhale, come up. Warrior one. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to your downward dog. Or taking child pose at any stage that you need it. So if you feel you need to drop into child pose and just focus on your breath, that's perfect. Same thing if you're in downward dog, you're just focusing on the Ujjayi breath. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward. Step or hop your feet to your hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees deeply. Sweep the fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. And exhaling back into Tadasana. So we'll go one more time. Bend the knees. Sweep the fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. Exhale to fold. Inhale, look out, flat back. Hands flat, step to plank. Dropping, knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to a downward dog. Right leg back. Knee in. Right foot forward, we'll swivel the left heel in and come up. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward dog. Exhale to downward dog. Left leg back. Knee in. Left foot forward, swivel the right heel in and come up. Inhale, arms up, warrior one. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step to plank. Dropping knees, chest, chin or chaturanga. Inhaling cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale to a downward dog or to a child pose. 5 breaths here. Exhale fully. Inhale, look forward, step or hop, feet to the hands. Flat back, look out. Exhale, fold. Bend your knees deeply. Sweep your fingers against the mat, Utkatasana. And exhaling back to Tadasana. So just stand on your mat for a moment if anybody wants a drink of water, or just close your eyes and breathe. So when you're ready, open your eyes and we'll try a little bit of balancing before we get too tired. So I want you to shift the weight over to your left foot. Bend your right knee. Hug your right knee up and take your left hand out for a moment. So just stay here for a moment, get the balance. And then maybe start to move that right leg back, bring your hands to heart center, and just coming into a kind of a half warrior three. So the knee stays bent, the back knee. You can slightly soften the standing knee if you need to. And then slowly see if you can bring the right leg all the way forward. Hug it once again. Come back to the start. And release your right leg and have a little stretch. We'll try the other side. So weight into the right foot. Hug the left knee up. So take it in nice easy stages. Right hand out seems to help the balance. And then if you feel ready to go back, slowly bring that left leg back, hands to heart center. And then as you come forward, bend the right knee slightly, draw the left leg forward, hug it up again, right hand out. And then release, release. So that's the balancing done this morning. Get it out of the way early. Okay, we're going to turn sideways, so I'll actually come over here to you. Yeah, if I just come here, I think everybody can see me. I think I'm actually going to take my mat with me. Okay, legs nice and wide. Turning your right foot out and angling your left foot in about 45. Bend into that right knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, relax the shoulders, warrior two. We'll turn to look along the right arm towards the middle finger. Now just for a moment, pay a little bit of attention to the back leg. Make sure you haven't kind of let that back knee get lazy, so engage the back leg as well. Dropping the left hand, take the right hand up and over. Now if this is too much, you can always support your lower back here. Reverse warrior two. And now we're going to drop that right elbow towards the inside of the knee, or you can drop the hand to the ground. Take your left hand onto your hip and open through the chest. Now reach up. Stay here, or take the hand all the way over. Now make sure you're pressing into the outer edge of your left foot to keep you anchored. Bring the left hand to the hip, bring the right hand to the thigh. We'll come up nice and slowly and turn the feet forward. So in between, we're going to take a wide leg forward bend. So you can take the feet back towards the edge of your mat. Parallel your feet by actually turning the toes slightly in. So this has to broaden across the lower back. Inhale, lift your chest. Exhale, nice and slowly come forward. Fingertips to the mat. And the body, start with your body parallel with the ground. So don't go for the full fold straight away. Shifting the weight slightly out of the heels. Now you can stay here or you can drop the hands. And if you want to, you can start to walk those hands back as you drop your head. Again, use your core here. So gently, as you exhale, draw the navel slightly in. Slowly walk the hands forward. Now exhale fully, soften your knees. Use the breath, hands to the hips, and we'll inhale as we come slowly, slowly back up. Lovely. Maybe you want to take the feet in a tiny bit and then turn your left foot out and your right foot in. Bend into the left knee. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, drop the shoulders and extend into the fingertips as you look along your left arm. Try to sink a little more into that left thigh, and again, make sure the right leg is active. Dropping the right hand to the back of the thigh or lower back. Left hand comes up and over for a nice stretch on the left side of the body. And then slowly coming forward, so you can start with the elbow to the inside of the left thigh, or you can drop that hand to the ground. Right hand onto your hip as you open the chest and the shoulder. Reaching up. Staying here, or taking the hand over your head. Now try to, again, keep the shoulder away from the ear. We don't want to be drawing the shoulder too close to the ear and creating tension. Pressing into the outer edge of the right foot now for stability. Right hand onto your hip. Ease yourself up nice and slowly. Turn the feet forward and heel and toe your feet back together as you come back to the front of your mat. I in the right place? Okay, come back to the front of the mats. Hands at heart center. Big toes touching and heels slightly apart. Just take a breath here. Bring your hands onto your hips. Step your left foot back, have your right foot forward. Walk the right foot out a little and bend the right knee into warrior one. Inhale, both arms up. We're going to fold forward with the hands, so keep the right knee bent to start with. Walk your left foot in a little bit, maybe. And then for those of you that can, maybe as you draw the right hip back, you can straighten the right leg a little, or maybe more, and then drop your forehead towards your right shin for pyramid pose. Inhale, lift your head, bend your right knee, step your left foot up to your right, and with bent knees, bring the hands to the hips and we'll come all the way back up to standing. So step back with the right now and have the left foot forward. Creating a bit of space by maybe walking your left foot out a little bit. Bend your left knee. Inhale, sweep your arms up, warrior one. Take the hands forward, fingertips to the ground, and if you have the openness in the back of the hamstrings, maybe start to draw the left hip back as you straighten the left knee, or with the knee bent, fold over your left shin. Maybe walk the right foot in a little bit if that helps. Lift your head and from here step back into a downward facing dog. So as you come back into downward dog, lift up onto your toes, swivel to the right and drop your heels towards the right. Back into the center, swivel to the left. Into the center again one more time to your right. And to the left. Come back to center, drop onto your knees, but don't take child pose straight away. So I'd suggest if you have a blanket, or maybe even if you want to roll your mat up a little bit, just to give your knees a little bit of cushioning, because we're going to do yoga press-ups. So we're going to angle the hands inwards, we're going to cross the ankles. Now if your knees are quite sensitive, you might like to just keep your feet on the mat. If not, we're going to cross the ankles, lift the feet. So that's why you can see you need a little bit of cushioning under the knees. Yeah. If you roll the bottom of the mat up, Anne. Yeah. Everybody okay? Inhale as you exhale. Bend those elbows out to the side and move your chin and chest towards the mat. We're not going to touch the mat because we're going to come straight back up as we inhale to straight arms. And exhale. And inhale. Use your core here too. Exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale. Two more. Great for toning the upper body and those outer arms, but make sure you're using your core here as well. Last one. Okay, and you can unroll your mat and take a child pose at this stage. So either hands under the forehead or arms alongside the body. Just relax. So when you're ready, come all the way forward onto your tummies. Bring the hands just in front of your shoulders Activate the legs by pressing into the tops of your feet and then pressing into the forearms. Just lift the head, lift the chest. Now keep those legs active to take the pressure off the lower back. Try to keep the shoulders away from the ears again. Now you can come back down and you can stay here, or if you want to move the hands back under the shoulders, tucking those elbows in close to your rib cage, you can come into a higher cobra. Inhale, lift. Now if this is pinching at all in the lower back, just bring those forearms back down to the mat. You know yourself how it feels in your back. If anybody wants to come all the way up into upward dog, move the hands back a little further, press into the feet and the hands and lift. Try to roll towards the little toe side of your foot. And then slowly in your own time, lower down whichever version you're in. Bring the hands under the forehead folded. And then let the toes roll in and the heels roll out. So crocodile pose. Bring your hands back under your shoulders, push yourself back up onto hands and knees. Come back through child pose for a moment. And then sit back onto your heels, roll over and take the legs out in front in Dandasana. So buttock flesh moves out to the side. Roll those shoulders back and down, place the hands or fingertips on the mat. Draw the toes towards you, so sit for a moment in a nice active Dandasana. Just looking straight ahead or towards your toes. You can close your eyes for a moment and breathe. So we're going to bend the right knee, step the right foot across to the outside of the left leg, hold the shin and sit tall. Right hand comes behind. Inhale the left hand up and wrap it around your right knee or elbow to the outside of the knee as you come into your twist. So again, just be aware of the hips. Try to keep the right hip facing forward, level with the left, and move from your waist rather than from your hips. And again, with the neck, if your neck is anyway strained, just keep your chin over your chest. Inhale, come back to the front and stretch the right leg out. So we'll bend the left foot to the outside of the right thigh, sit tall, left hand behind you for support. Inhale the right hand up, wrap it around the knee or elbow to the outside of your knee. And again, feel yourself moving from the waist. Encourage that left hip to move slightly forward again. And take the breath awareness back to the solar plexus. Inhale, come back to the front. Stretch your left leg out. So we'll bring the soles of the feet together. You can start with the feet out quite far in front of you. Bring the hands down. Now move the right hand out a little bit and stretch all the way over with the left. Reaching through the fingertips. And we'll come back over to the other side. So move that left arm out, come down onto the forearm if you can. Right hand up and over. And slowly coming back up. Now you can stay here if you like, or if it's available to you, move the feet in a little bit, move the hips towards the heels, and maybe wrap your fingers around your toes, or even some people like to take the thumbs between the feet to create that butterfly effect. You can see why it's called butterfly. So again, if you're tight in the hips, you probably need to have your feet a little bit further forward. Just drop the chin towards the chest. as you lift your head, take the big toes and on 1, 2, 3, see if you can lift the feet. So again, you need to use your core here. Look up. So once you get it, look up, keep looking up, keep the core engaged. And very gently bring the legs back down. Bring the legs wide, knees bent, and bring the hands in front. And just come into a nice, easy forward bend. You can creep the hands forward. Let your head and your neck release. Slowly walk the hands back. Draw the legs together. And in your own time, roll yourself down onto your back. Hug your knees in and make little circles at the base of your spine. Make sure to go in both directions. Place the feet back on the mat. Hugging your right knee in, stretch the right leg up and take wherever is available. So that can be anywhere from the back of the knee up to the big toe, stretching that right leg. So at this stage, your left leg is bent. If you want to straighten it out, go for a straight leg. If not, stay with the bent left knee and draw that right foot towards your head. Now bend the right knee and bring the right foot on top of the left thigh, letting the right knee start with just letting the knee drift out to the side. Keep the upper body totally relaxed. And then you can lift the left foot, bringing your hands around the back of your left thigh, maybe straightening up the left leg and pointing the toes towards you. Bend your left knee and bring your left foot back onto the mat. Cross your right leg over your left. Shift your hips to the right and drop both knees to the left. Bring the arms out now at shoulder level as you let the head drift back to your right. Slowly roll back onto your back and uncross the legs. So hug your left knee in. So we're going to do all this on the left side. Hug the left knee in. So at this stage, the right leg can be bent. Straighten up the left leg and take hold of wherever is available to you on that leg. Maybe straightening out the right leg. Bending your right knee again, bend your left and bring your left foot on top of the right thigh. Again, just let that left knee drift out as the hip releases. Upper body is completely relaxed. Lift your right foot and maybe bring your hands around the back of your right thigh. Stay here or straighten up the right leg. Bend your right knee, put your right foot back on the mat. Cross your left leg over your right, shift the hips to the left this time as you drop both knees to the right. And your arms are out at shoulder level as you look back to your left. So once again, just breathing into it, feeling the release in the spine. Rolling back onto your back, uncross the legs. And we'll finish with the Supta Baddha Konasana, so just bringing the soles of the feet together, letting the knees drift out to the side. And again, move the feet forward as much as you need to. Relax your shoulders, relax your arms. Just take a few breaths here, breathing in a nice relaxed manner. So if you're very comfortable in this position, you can stay here for Shavasana, or you can begin to straighten out the legs or draw the knees together and just have the knees bent. You might like to put on an extra layer just for the short Shavasana. So once you're ready, just close your eyes and begin to withdraw from everything external. So whatever's going on around you, any sounds, you can acknowledge them and then just know they're there, but they're of no concern to us right now. So begin to let the body feel heavy as you release into the mat. Drawing your chin towards your chest for a moment. And then slowly release as you release the neck. Inhale as you draw your shoulders towards your ears. And exhale to release. So once you release, let the arms just drift a little bit away from your body. Make fists, so squeeze your hands and maybe lift the arms an inch off the mat. And then release them back, uncurl the fingers, let the arms be heavy. So now lift your right foot an inch off the mat, maybe drawing the toes back towards you. And then release it back to the mat. Lift the left foot. Flex the foot. So it's just a very small movement, an inch off the ground. And release. And as you release now, if your legs are extended, let the feet just flop out to the side. Or if you want to have the knees bent, feet wide and knees just touching, that's perfectly okay too. So feel your body letting go now of any tension. Let the whole practice go. You've done the practice now, so it's time to just relax the body and quieten your mind. So we'll bring your awareness back to the Manipura chakra, which is around the solar plexus, just above the navel. And again, I'd like you to visualize that ball of golden yellow light. So exhale first, and then as you inhale, feel that ball of light expanding to fill your rib cage and your chest. And then very slowly release the breath. And again, inhale, filling the belly, the rib cage, the chest. And fully release the breath. So just continue to breathe for a few more rounds in this deep, full yogic breath. And then slowly begin to let the breath become quieter. So there's no more effort involved now. Just let it come and go. Let the body relax where you are. Take a few moments of complete stillness. So beginning to let your awareness come back to your body. Start to become aware of the sounds and the sensations around you. And now slowly begin to move your fingers and toes, your wrists and ankles, gently turning your head. So inhale now and take your arms behind, have a big stretch. Exhale, bring the arms back down and bend your knees. Draw your knees into your chest. And then in your own time, roll onto your right side and take 3 full breaths. And now in your own time, slowly come to seated with the eyes closed if you can. Hands to heart center, thumbs just in against the breastbone. Deep inhale. Exhale as you open your eyes. Namaste. So thank you all once again for coming. So if anybody arrived late, I don't know where the sign-in sheet is over beside Martin. I think we're still doing the sign-in, COVID sign-in. So thank you for supporting the outdoor yoga all through the summer. I think we've been here since June in various places, and we've supported various charities. Today I'm just going to say to you, if you have a charity that's close to your heart, maybe you'd like to make a donation, no pressure. But we have supported a lot of local charities and other charities over the months, which is, great credit to you all, and thank you all for sticking with it. So there's no class for the next 2 weeks, and then I'll be in the hotel starting on Wednesday the 6th of October at 10:30, and then the following week I'll be doing Monday and Wednesday. So I will send you all a message beforehand, as I say, and if you want to let me know what your preference would be, and hopefully we'll be able to accommodate everybody. It's a good big space anyway, and we will be able to fit everybody, I'm sure. So enjoy the next few weeks. Have a coffee if you feel like it, and I'll see you all soon. So thanks again, everybody. Thank you.